now, exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather with meteorologist Chase Ward.
Cloud cover has been increasing this morning. We'll still see a little bit of sunshine, but it becomes more limited the closer we get to lunchtime and head into this afternoon. And we have been tracking showers and thunderstorms making their way across portions of central and east Texas, which will arrive here in the Arkansas later on this evening. But looking at Doppler 817, there's not really anything happening within our immediate area. Mostly just moisture content. That's the shade the grain the radar is picking up. But you can see back towards Paris and Longview, Texas. That's where we are starting to see some activity make its way closer towards the Arklatex region. Here's looking live at the Tower Place Tower camera in Monroe. You can see the clouds in the background. Been a little hazy once again. We do have dew points still in the upper 60s, lower 70s. A very sticky, muggy start for this Wednesday morning. We're at 76 degrees now at the Monroe Airport. Dew points are still lower 70s. Winds still remain calm. Our outdoor forecast will be through lunchtime. We see more cloud cover. We reach upper 80s, and then by this afternoon, topping off near lower 90s for daytime highs as we start to see these chance for these showers and thunderstorms. You can see there's a broader system back off to the west. We have an upper level disturbance making its way across Texas now. High pressure was across Missouri, which has now moved up to the northeast, and it was kind of keeping a good chunk of southeast Arkansas and northeast Louisiana clear for much yesterday. But we mentioned that it's going to kind of move out, and the warm moist air was going to kind of win out in the end. Well, that's going to be the case as the warm moist air mass moves into place today and remains in place as we head towards the Father's Day weekend. You can kind of see the upper level features now that's moving across Texas. That will start progressing closer to our area and kind of settle across southeast Texas, and we'll sit just downstream of that with chance to see more rain and thunderstorms. So right now, mostly in the 70s. El Dorado's the only exception at 69, 75 Ruston, also 75 in Camden. Dew points, a lot of moisture in place. It's not subject to change anytime soon, and with the disturbance back to the west, it's going to keep our pattern unsettled as we head into the start of the Father's Day weekend. So if you want some wet weather, we definitely got plenty of that on the way. Now, as we head towards next week, though, after Father's Day, rain chances start to subside a little bit, and as a result, temperatures could be back on the climb again. So the rain and the clouds really help to keep the temperatures a few degrees cooler, mostly mid-upper 80s, depending on when they start. Some spots might pick up near 90, 91, just depends on how fast these storms can develop each afternoon, because that's going to be kind of the time frame each day. Today it's going to be around 2 or 3 o'clock that enters our western zones and then spreads across the region, and then round 2 going to Thursday afternoon, and then we got round 3 coming in on Friday afternoon. You can see the low pressure system up to the north and just a lot of unsettled weather across a good chunk of the south as a result with this disturbance. So as we go into this afternoon, again around El Dorado, Ruston, as early as 3 or 4 o'clock, they start entering our western areas. Not expecting anything as far as severe weather with these storms, but could definitely see some heavy downpours though, which definitely could lead to possible localized flooding in like low-lying spots, especially near these creek beds and near areas near the rivers, as we can continue to see an additional 1.5 to 2 inches going into the long-term forecast towards the weekend. So bear that in mind as we see each day more chance of rain over the Father's Day weekend as we see that additional 2 to 3 inches. So keep that in mind. Flood threat is going to be mostly back to the west across southwest Arkansas and the Arklatex area, but it still encompasses a good chunk of the Arkansas towards Saturday on Flag Day. So just bear that in mind, and even still next week we're still not fully done with it. So tonight lower 70s, storms begin to exit, then tomorrow these storms will continue and we will see more activity over the weekend and even through next week on Monday and Tuesday, and then that's when temperatures start their climb to the mid-90s. That's right back watching Fox 14 Morning News.